Hello there, lovely people. My name is April San Pedro, and if you're into stationery, journaling, and process in between, I like sharing my process when it comes to making my own stationery and some of the tips and tricks. Then I hope you find something interesting here in my channel. Now, in this video, I want to share with you one of my hauls from Japan. So if you've been following along, my family and I had just a recent trip in Tokyo, and for those who are stationery lovers, we all know that Japan is a land of stationery, from all the papers, all the journals that you can find, and all the pens, fountain pens and inks, stickers and all. They have one of the best stationeries in the world. So when we got there, I got really crazy, but at the same time, I need to stick with my budget. And also, since it was a family trip and we're traveling with kids, I also have limited time. Now, I made sure that I visited some of the famous stationery and art stores in Japan. I want to share with you one of the stores that I went to. So the first store that I've been to is called Sekaido. So I wouldn't really call Sekaido a stationery shop, but it's more of like an art shop. So if you're an artist, if you love anything to do with watercolor, acrylic, pastels, pens, and everything in between, and different sorts of papers and different sorts of mediums, I would really suggest that you check out Sekaido. So Sekaido is a 5-floor full of goodness, especially when it comes to arts. But they also have a floor for stationery shop. If you have limited time and you can only check out few stores in Tokyo, I would really suggest to check out Sekaido, because I would say they have a wide range for the stationery shop and at the same time for art supplies. So if you're into that, Sekaido is really a one-stop store that I would recommend. And just in case you're curious what Sekaido looks like, I have a previous video that is about the Sekaido. So anyway, Sekaido is our first stop. So the first floor of Sekaido is all about the stationery goodness. So you'll find the calendars, journals, pens, stickers, stamps, everything actually. That's where I got really stuck at first, because I was really looking for more stationery in Japan rather than art supplies. So I got myself some few things. Oh, by the way, Sekaido's rule is like you have to pay per floor. So if you have items that you found on the first floor, which are the stationery, then you have to pay on that floor. And then if you go up and find some things that you're interested in, like for art materials, then you have to pay on that floor as well. Since Sekaido is our first stop, I made sure that I will refrain myself from buying a lot first, because I know that I will be going to other stationery shops still. I wanted to make sure that I still have enough budget for other stores. And also, I was really looking more for fountain pen and fountain pen inks. I'm in the era of pens lately. So those are the things that I was really looking forward to in Tokyo. So I got only few things in Sekaido, which I realized later on that amongst all the stationery shop, I find Sekaido the cheapest one, especially for the pens. So that's one tip that I would like to. So that's one thing that you need to consider. So if you get to shop around different stationery shop, I would really suggest to get more pens in Sekaido, because they offer I think 20% off regardless you're a member or not. And I forgot about the tax-free for tourists. Even though I wasn't able to avail for the tax-free, it was not bad at all, because they still have the 20% off from my receipts. So let's start off with the stickers that I got. There's so many variety of stickers that you can find in Sekaido, even though it's more of like an art shop. So I got myself this 3 sheets from Midori. I've been seeing this around, even here in the Philippines, but of course you're in Japan, so you know this is way cheaper and there are a lot more options. So this one, I believe, are made of washi sheet stickers. So if you're familiar with washi tape, but it's in a roll, but this one is made of a sheet and turned into a sticker. There's so many options to find, but I stopped myself and limit it to 3 sticker sheets because I already have lots of stickers, but you can never have too much. But then again, I was leaning towards more with the fountain pen and other things. So 3 Midori sticker sheets. I also have this from Masking. These are 4 sheets. I believe these are also made of washi stickers. Yeah, so normally I use stickers for my planners. So just like this one. These stickers though are from my own collection. So I normally use stickers, especially this small, for my planner. Now the only dilemma though is if I'm gonna use this for this year or I'm gonna use them for next year. Okay, next one, the pen, of course. I wanted to get fountain pen because they also have varieties of fountain pens, but I was saving it more for Itoya. So I just got myself some few pens that I really used. So this Zebra Sarasa clip in 0.5, and I think this is in sepia color or brown. This is really one of my favorite pens. So I have this already here in the Philippines, and you can also find this in the Philippines, but this one is so much cheaper in Sekaido. So like I mentioned a while ago, Sekaido is cheaper compared to other pens because this one is around, I think, 30-40 pesos. And then I also bought few different colors in hands, but they're around almost 50 pesos there. So like I said, if you want to buy pens, and they have different brands from Zebra, Pilot, Uniball, and all those beautiful pens that you can find, they are, in the way I see it, the base from my receipt, they are really cheaper. So I only got myself one, although I wanted to get more, but then I realized if I have more everyday pens, how can I use my fountain pen? So I kind of weigh my situation, like, yes, ball pens, they are cheaper, but I really want to use more of my fountain pens, so I'll just get myself 1 or 2 so I have extra. So yeah. And since Zebra Sarasa is one of my favorite everyday pens, I got a little bit fancy because this one is like around 100 yen, so like I think that's around 40 pesos. But this one is a little bit on the higher end of Sarasa, if I may say, because this is around 1,200 yen, so it's around about 400 to 500 pesos. So it's a bit pricey when it comes to Zebra Sarasa line, but I believe this one is their high end when it comes to the Sarasa model. The colors are pretty much the same with all the everyday pens. I would say these are the everyday pens. So there are a lot of colors that you can find, mostly more on the vintage or the neutral side. I think that's the reason why I really like the Sarasa, because the inks that they have are muted. So the difference here is like this one is made of metal, so it's heavier compared to this. This one is plastic, this one is metal. The colors though are quite the same. So these are the samples that I tried. So this is the brown gray. The sepia black is, I think, is a different pen that I tried. Now the other difference between the two is this one, the expensive one, is a gel ink, while this one is just a ball pen. So that's the only pen that I got because, like I said, I was saving it for fountain pens. So since I did not get myself some fountain pens, I just got myself some flyers or brochures. I saw nice Pilot Kakuno fountain pens. This is the very first entry-level fountain pen that I tried that I really love. I tried fountain pens before that is just very cheap, but I wasn't happy with the writing experience. But with this, that's the time that I understand the fountain pen lovers, why they love it so much. So Pilot Kakuno is very affordable. They have a very cute design, and it writes so smoothly. But I did not get myself some Kakuno anymore because I already have one. I think this is what I have. Although I love Kakuno, I think I'm in the phase of trying out the mid-entry fountain pen. So since I didn't get one, I just got myself some brochure because if you're a journaler, you love ephemeras. Also, I got this brochure, a zebra mild liner. I love the mild liner highlighters, and I saw that they have this inks that I think you can blend and mix with. I don't know if it's the same mild liner brush pens that you get, or they have a different one, and then you can just mix it with other inks. I'm not sure, but I just love the brochure, so I got myself this one. But I did not get this as well, and so I went up after the stationery floor, which is the ground floor. So I went up and then went to the watercolor floor. I didn't have any intention of buying any watercolor, any art supplies, because I have so much already and I'm a very slow painter, and watercolor paper is one of the most important thing when you're watercolor, because that's where your paints will actually show its true brightness and color and so on. So I have so many and I'm quite scared that they might already expire. I just couldn't resist myself when I saw this Saunders watercolor by St. Cuthbert's Mill, because this one are made from England. They're quite hard to find anywhere. I couldn't find this in Canada when I was checking out back then. Definitely here in the Philippines. Maybe one reason is it's quite expensive, I think. And so when I saw this, and it's in postcard size, and the price is not bad, so I can just try it out. So I couldn't really resist this one. So I got myself two. The one is natural. I believe this is in cream color, and the other one is white. Both in 300 GSM, and both are 100% cotton. So it's a postcard size, but it's not a postcard sheet. So you get just a plain 4x6, I believe is the size of this. 4x6 sheet. And then if you're into a postcard, you can use it as a postcard, or if you just like small artworks, this can serve as a final artwork as well. So yeah, and then I got us another brochure. I don't know why. I can't even understand what's in it because it's in Japanese. But, you know, you just can't resist when you see stickers, brochures, and everything else that you can journal into. So there you go. As I said, I did not buy so much in Sekaido because I was trying to budget my entire stationery budget. But then again, if you only have limited shops to go to, Sekaido is a really one-stop shop, if I may say, because they're just complete. Don't forget to bring your passport, so just in case they have a tax-free, because I forgot to ask them, so I'm not sure about that. But even so, the 20% less that I got from my receipt was automatic. I didn't ask for anything, so I assume, I don't know if you have to buy a minimum amount, because I bought this on the art shop floor and I only got 2 items, which is around probably almost 3,000 yen. And then even at the stationery shop, this does not reach around 3,000 yen. So I'm not sure how it works, but they do have a 20% off on my receipt. If you went to Sekaido, let me know what you got there and what do you think about it, or any tips about it, so other people who can watch this might have the idea, and when I go back there again, I'll have the idea as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you're curious about my other hauls, do check out the other videos as well. Thank you for being here. Bye!